Life Skills Group is a real iteration of my previous company, and I was working with large bodies of the community. I'd established yoga centres and retreat centres and corporate wellbeing and looking at wellbeing practices. And during that time, what I noticed was we were starting to run programs for young people and teenagers, and I began to really spend a lot of time with the teens that were coming in and participating in our programs. And then there was a large body of teachers and principals that were coming and attending the centres. And right at that period of time, unfortunately, my brother took his life, and I was at this real crossroad. My heart really looked around and I thought, I need to work with youth. I need to work with youth. And part of my whole commitment to my life was proving out that no matter where you were born, no matter what happened to you, no matter what family you were born into, anything was possible. It led to starting Life Skills Group, and that's been a wild journey. You know, back then, 12 years ago, non-competitive sports programs and teaching self-awareness and teaching programs in schools that were curriculum aligned but weren't the traditional Australian sports programs or fundamental movement programs, but they were infusing play, games and social skills while upskilling teachers was a foreign concept. We were really leading a path that hadn't been trodden before, and in that, you know, teachers' wellbeing was so critical. So we had these two pillars of how do we nurture and support our teachers' wellbeing, and then how do we also begin to develop and measure the impact that we were having with our in-school programs. It kept growing and growing and growing, and the demand became unbelievable. Right at that point, I was accepted into doing the Engage program with Search Inside Yourself Leadership Institute, which was about mindfulness, positive psychology, neuroscience, and the work that they did for professional development at Google in San Francisco, and they'd taken that out and developed a program. And I was one of 100 CEOs from all over the world that was selected to be part of that 5-month program over in San Francisco. In that iteration and during that period of time, I was challenged by some leaders in the field around the work that you're doing, because I was over in Australia, probably, to my own discredit, didn't realize the volume of information, data, iteration that we were collecting, and they challenged me to, how are you going to share this? How are you going to take all this work that we've worked hand in hand with educators, students, parents, families, principals, area leaders? How can you take this and share this? And that was the beginning of building out Life Skills Go. And Life Skills Go was to create affordable, effective, sustainable, measurable social emotional learning that should be available for everyone globally.